These are the steps to update the firmware of your GS device with a tablet. Connect the GS device via Bluetooth or cable connection using the web server interface. Update the firmware, and then check the firmware update. Let's take a look at step 1 in a little more detail, connecting the GS device via Bluetooth, cable, or wireless LAN. There's two methods. You can use Captivate through the GS connection wizard, or using the web server interface via Bluetooth, cable, or wireless LAN. Again, note that the cable and wireless LAN update process are similar to Bluetooth, with the exception of managing the IP address and subnet mask. Please see detailed instructions to assist you with those two processes. Otherwise, the Bluetooth method will be shown in this video. You can access the GS Connection Wizard by going to Settings, Connections, GS Connection Wizard, choose the device, GS18. We're going to connect via Bluetooth. And here, if you're not already connected, you can click Search. Once it's connected, hit Next. And it says it's connected to the GS sensor, and press Finish. Let's take a look at using the web server interface via Bluetooth, cable, or wireless LAN. Again, note that the wireless LAN and cable methods are very similar to Bluetooth. Then please go to your tablet and open the Windows settings, go to Devices, click Add Bluetooth or Other Device, click on Bluetooth, and your device should show up in this dialog box. You'll notice that this device has the same serial number that I'm looking for, so click on it, and most likely your pin is 0000. Click Connect, and your device is now connected Bluetooth. However, there is one more step. If you go back to Home for the settings, go to Network and Internet, and choose the Change Adapter options. Go to Bluetooth and double-click, and you will see the device that you just connected. Right-click, Connect using Ad Hoc Network, and once the connection is successful, then you have actually connected the device completely. Now that you have your Bluetooth connection made, you may want to set up the web server interface on your tablet. So if you do not already have an icon on your tablet for the web server interface, you will want to create one. We will use the IP address of 192.168.253.2 to connect to the GS device. Open your browser and type in the IP address of 192.168.253.2. That will take you to the home screen of the device. Now, in the address bar, copy the IP address, go to the Windows interface, and right-click and create a new shortcut. Paste the IP address, click Next, and give this a name that you'll remember, like a Web Server Interface Bluetooth. Now you'll have an icon on your desktop that's easy to access. Now that we have the icon for the web server interface, you should be able to double-click on it, and it will open the home page as shown to the right. If it does not, please double-check the IP address and type it in and hit refresh. You will now have the home page visible. You can check the version of your firmware that you currently have to make sure that you are going to upgrade within the same suite. For example, I have 8.5 and I'm upgrading to 8.8. Click User icon. Brings up the Load Firmware page. Click on Load Firmware. And now you will likely have a firmware version that is not 9.0, and you will need to update. The key to the update is to click on I have read and understood and agree to the software license agreement, and that the FW file is on the GS card in the system folder. Then click on the green plus, and that will start the load new firmware process. The page will refresh and will tell you the installation is started and that the sensor is being restarted. Your GS18 lights will flash and the device will turn off and restart. The lights will continue to flash, and until they become solid, the process is still ongoing. When they have stopped flashing, refresh the web page if it is not refreshed already. And the final step is to check to be sure that you have successfully updated the firmware. I have 8.80, and that is exactly what I was looking to update to. You may end up with the web page that says this site cannot be reached. That could be from one of two things. And one, I'd like to remind you that your SD card needs to be a Leica SD card or compatible. You can type in the following on Google and go to Memory Cards and Readers White Paper, and you can read a little bit about that, or pause the video here and read about which type and size are supported. Otherwise, what may have also happened is that we have lost our ad hoc network. So go back to Windows Settings, go to Network and Internet, change adapter options, go to Bluetooth and double click. You should see your device, right click on it, connect using ad hoc network, and you'll notice that the connection is successful. And if we go back to our web interface and refresh, once the page refreshes, you'll be able to double check the firmware. I have 8.80, and that's exactly what I intended to upgrade to. If you have any questions, please email survey.support@leicaus.com or call the phone number below. Thank you for attending.